Hey everyone. About 2 weeks ago, I posted a video on this YouTube channel called How Meditation Accelerates Vertical Development. And it is a roughly 10-minute track about how meditating can accelerate one's psyche through various developmental stages as laid out in various developmental models of various developmental psychologists. And all this is stemming from an American philosopher named Ken Wilber. Anyway, I guess that gives you a little bit of insight into what I've been dealing with now. Anyway, I posted this video, which had nothing to do with me other than the fact that I was listening to it myself, and it wasn't on YouTube, and so this bit of audio that's about 10 minutes long I kind of wanted to share with everyone else. There's some other videos on there too, but this one is important because on this one, YouTube user EventualZen posted saying, "Boo, we want Steve." And there you have it. That's the only reason I'm making this video. That, and it's also 5:58 in the morning. Let me get that, yeah. January 9, 2012. And I am a little restless, actually very restless. I'm somewhat kind of active and kind of jumpy and quirky. At the same time, my mind is a little slow. So anyway, EventualZen, this video is not necessarily for you, but this video is a result of your comment. Probably wouldn't have made it otherwise. You guys, and you say we, and this we is kind of like this ambiguous, first person plural of you guys, YouTube, whatever, wanting a video of myself. So there you have it. I haven't done one of these in about a year, and I'm not exactly sure what you want from me. I suspect it might have something to do with a video I posted a long time ago responding to someone called Boxxy, which I told someone like a week ago that I was going to do another video response to her, and I said I would do it, so I will. But I honestly don't remember much of what I was saying about her. I think I was asking if she was being a genuine individual on YouTube trying to connect with other people, which I think is really important. If anyone watches my videos, and you guys would know that. Or if she was kind of masquerading as this character. I don't remember her behavior, but I think it was kind of quirky. If she was masquerading as this character in order to either gain attention or to kind of personally build a character for her own benefit, which might sound a little nuts, a little nutty. Let me grab this book here. I started reading by Kurt Vonnegut. It's called Mother Night. There's no designs on the cover, so I'll have to. There we go. Okay. In the beginning, he says, okay, we are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. I liken that quote to Boxxy. Done. Finished. But yeah, no, I'll have a more direct response to her later. And I guess otherwise we have, let's see, on my desk, I'm reading The American Night, writings of Jim Morrison. I've had this book for a while. I was doing some reading out of it earlier. I think mostly now I have books on this thing. It's the Barnes & Noble Nook, which is fantastic. Reads PDFs, so I have all kinds of stuff on there. And then, of course, I am a Ron Paul fan. So this is also on my desk. Which kind of brings me to, I guess, not necessarily the main point of this video, but an important point of this video, which is recently Republicans Republicans running for president participated in the Iowa Republican Party caucus. Being a Ron Paul fan, I'm very interested in seeing his progress second time round. And in Iowa, I mean, 4 years ago in Iowa, I was there for about 2 weeks. I was there volunteering, trotting, stumbling through snow, and knocking on doors, saying, "Hey, do you like giving money to the IRS?" And the residents would be like, "No, I don't like giving money to the IRS." And I was like, "Well, vote for Ron Paul because he will abolish the IRS. No more income tax. Do you like paying income tax?" Just stuff like that. A little more verbose than I am now at 6 in the morning, 6:02. But essentially, I did that. And then the victory party was at a hotel. I forget. I think it was maybe the Hilton in Des Moines, something like that. And we all gathered around there, and Ron Paul came out, and he got 5th place, I think, which is about, I think he got like 10% of the vote. So he likened to what Rick Perry got this time around. But this time around, Ron Paul got 21%, which is phenomenal to me. That's unspeakable to have these libertarian ideals and this philosophy actually embedded into not only mainstream media, but dialoguing with everyday voters. Whereas 4 years ago, a dialogue with a regular voter concerning the Federal Reserve, or not cutting money, or cutting increases on spending, but actually cutting spending, not increasing. These conversations, these dialogues weren't necessarily had, especially with monetary policy. I mean, monetary policy was a non-issue 4 years ago. Definitely a non-issue 8 years ago. So I think that's fantastic. So Iowa, as you all know, it's because it happened last week. Mitt Romney won by 8 votes. And then I think he had 25% or so. And then Rick Santorum came in second, 8 votes under him. And then Ron Paul, 3rd place. Ron Paul got a total of 26,219 votes, which is incredible for an Iowa turnout. What surprised me, actually, was I didn't expect the Rick Santorum surge at all. Polling was pretty steady with either Ron Paul or Mitt Romney winning. They're kind of tied in Iowa. And that polling was steady about a week and a half before the caucus, I would say. And that made sense to me. That made sense to me because here we had a candidate, Ron Paul, who is the most conservative candidate in terms of fiscal conservatism, running for the office of presidency right now. And then we have Mitt Romney, who's definitely more established, who has definitely has more connections and has been running for president for 10 plus years, depending on how you look at it. And we have Mitt Romney, more name recognition, more in touch with the party, although one would argue Ron Paul is more in touch with the party's principles, or maybe its original intent. So, and that made sense to me. Okay, so we have, a large portion of Iowa going to Mitt Romney because that's a safe bet. They might like Ron Paul, but at the end of the day, if Ron Paul were to win the Republican nomination, he probably would lose to Barack Obama. It would be a Barry Goldwater type scenario. He would win like 3 states, and that would be it. Because Ron Paul, as much as I love the guy, he is an extreme return to fundamentalism. 1800s, late 1700s of the country. Mitt Romney is a safe bet. Mitt Romney might be able to beat Obama. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if the country has gotten over the 8 years of President Bush yet. But then Rick Santorum came out of nowhere and grabbed 25% of the vote. Mitt Romney getting the other 25, leaving Ron Paul with 21. And so what was really crazy, I guess, there's a group of really, really, really conservative voters in western Iowa. And this selection of counties, probably what was going on in their heads is like, okay, Mitt Romney, not a proven conservative, cannot vote for him, period. Ron Paul, proven conservative, but I don't want to return to fundamentalism. So here we have last-minute decisions from very conservative voters in western Iowa frantically voting for a last-minute candidate. And I think that's the only reason why Rick Santorum kind of did well in Iowa. I think New Hampshire right now, we have steady polling with Mitt Romney in first and then Ron Paul in second. I actually think that's probably the way it's going to go. I think Mitt Romney is going to get first in New Hampshire and Ron Paul is going to get second. I would prefer Ron Paul to win, of course, but just from an analysis point of view, that's what I have. So yeah, I don't think that Ron Paul is necessarily unelectable, and I really think that his point of view would kind of fizzle out heavy burdens on our country at this point in time. But his ideas are fundamental to those resonating within the 1800s living in the United States. So that's my post-Iowa kind of election analysis. I used to be into political commentary, not so much anymore. I'm juggling a lot of different things. My interests can be found on what I favorite or like on my YouTube account, or recent videos I've posted. Ken Wilber is one of them. There'll probably be a lot of stuff coming up. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make like this because I have school starting in a couple weeks, and that'll be an intense final undergraduate semester. So these videos might be a little limited, but I'll do the best I can. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and this is you singular, or you plural, but mainly by you, I mean EventualZen. So that's all I have for tonight, or very early this morning. Probably going to go watch Ian Crossland. I haven't seen his videos in a while. And if Dax Flame is still making videos, I actually might watch some of his as well. Take care, guys. Good night.